Alright, in this video I thought I would change this trim. I want to put that other trim. I'm going to wait to repaint the hood until fall. I just, you know, the bugs and it just end up worse looking than what it is right now. So I'm just going to leave it for now. But I'm going to change this molding. I'm going to fix this. This window isn't up all the way right now, but you can see the light through there, so I got to shim that weather strip down on the convertible top frame. It was originally from the factory, and I ordered the little rubber bump. Well, I guess you can't see the, can you see them? Anyway, there's rubber bumpers for the sun visors, and that go on these so they don't rattle. So I ordered them, and they should be coming next week sometime. So let me get to work here. Well, after horsing around and trying to fit, this is the new one, obviously that's the old one. I've come to the conclusion it's this hole right here that's the issue. It's hitting down in here while it's trying to go into the rest of the hood. Now I hogged some of those back holes out a little bit, and it drops in just fine, but it's still hanging up right here. So I'm going to hog that one out a little bit, and then I'm going to go around and touch everything up. Let it dry a couple hours. While it's drying, I think I'll shim that weather stripping, and then I'll install this molding. But yeah, I put stuff over the engine to keep debris off of it, but that's all I'm using, just my Dremel. It's a variable speed, and I got it set about 2.5 on the speed, so it's running pretty slow. You know, that's how fast it's running. That's 4 RPM. So you don't need a lot of speed with these tips, you know, and then you just got to be very careful so it doesn't run away from you and mess up any other paint. So anyway, I'm going to get back to just grind that out. It's too hard to hold the camera. I need 2 hands to do this. I don't want to take a chance. I want this paint. The underside I'm not going to repaint, but this side I am going to. But I want the paint to be presentable until I do. So that's why I'm being really careful. Well, it sets on there now, and you can see, push it down, it fits a little better. It lifts on and off, but you can see where the original one tightened up really tight into the paint and kind of put a little bit of a mush in the paint. That's not chipped or peeled, or it's just like where it's mushed a little bit. And it was really tight there, and I think that's why, was because of that hole under the hood. Look at how that just fits really good now. So when I won't repaint the hood, that won't be an issue. So let me touch up all, I'm going to lift that molding back off, touch up all the paint marks, and like I say, while the paint dries, I'm going to shim up that weather strip to get rid of that wind noise. Tuesday, I don't know if I said this or not, so anyway, Tuesday is the Tuesday morning I got an appointment for an alignment. Maybe this video won't be up until after Tuesday, who knows, but anyway, it's going in for an alignment. So I just kind of putzing around doing some little odds and ends to it, and we'll just move on from here. Touched up all the paint holes. So some of these holes, you know, in Ford boredom, I elongated this about 1/8 of an inch. This one I almost doubled. That was almost a round hole. This is the one that I was having a really hard time getting it in. So that one I doubled in length. This one maybe 1/8 inch. This one maybe 1/8 inch. And this one had like a jagged edge over here that I just took off. And then this one I had to lift. And then that hole under the hood right here, I had to hog down. So now it fits. So we'll let that paint dry up for a little while, and then I'll put the trim on. Well, I think this shows up, but there's one of the nuts I loosened. There's another one. I just loosened that one a little bit because this one I don't think I need to shim. But the weather stripping needs to be pulled towards the rear a little bit. So I've loosened all the nuts, the full weather strip around, and I've unlatched the side of the top. So hopefully I can pull it a little bit, and then we can maybe get this shimmed up and get that wind noise tightened up. That's unlatched, that's why it's not even there, but mostly the gap was right in here. So we'll try and get that straightened out. All right, I got the weather stripping shimmed to where you pretty much don't see any light. And I think if there is any issues with wind noise still, I think this weather strip here would need to be replaced. That's the original one, so maybe I'll get a new one. And but everything else looks pretty good now on the top frame weather stripping. I mean, you know, like I say again, it's a convertible and they don't always seal. I unzipped the window because I was running the top. It was easier to put the top part way down, like halfway, to get in there in the nuts. You know, I could just stand out here and do it. So anyway, I'm gonna give the interior a quickie clean because I got some dirt in it while I was doing that. And then I'm gonna put that window back in, and then I'm gonna put the molding on, go for a ride, and see if there's still a wind noise. Hopefully not. I mean, that was, you could see light through there, so yeah, that was a bad leak. And I can tighten up these latch things too, which I might just do because they latch really, these things right here. They go in there and catch really easy, so I might be able to snug that up. See there, you can see a little tiny wee bit of light. And I think that if this weather strip was replaced, that would take care of it. But I don't think that little bit there is going to make a bit of difference. I mean, you know, you get noise from wind rushing over the top, and you know, it's like I say, it's a convertible. They're not water and wind tight. Anyone that says they are, they're not speaking the truth. They all leak wind and water. All right, that's pretty good though. I'm pretty happy with the way that fits. And now for the trim. Put that on. Yeah, doesn't that look good? That looks awesome. So happy that's new ones on there now. So like I say, you know, it's no big deal to pop the trim off, to pop the hood off and pop the trim off. I fit that really nicely. It drops on and off really, really nicely. So it'll be no problem to pop it off when I repaint the hood. Just really happy with the way that looks. I got rid of the wind noise over there, no doubt about that, but I can hear the wind over the convertible top, which I think is pretty normal. But yeah, the wind and I mean, I still have that wing window open, but that actually makes it worse because then air can sneak in the cracks. But you can hear those things jiggling. I ordered new grommets for them. But yeah, that's took care of most of, I'd say 90% of the noise. I think what's left is pretty normal for a convertible. Looks nice looking down that wind split on the hood. All nice and clean and shiny instead of beat up and pitted. Nice shiny new one. Alright, I'm just going to go for a short little distance here and then take the car back. Just buffed the paint around the antenna, and yeah, it's not going to show up, but it really came up nice. It's not going to show the difference in the video, but yeah, you can see a physical difference. I didn't sand it or anything. I just went over it with the machine. I used this compound, whoops, getting on my finger, this compound with that wheel, and then this compound with this wheel. These are the wheels I buffed the Catalina out. I need to get some new wheels. I got some, but they're too small for the machine, so I'll have to see if I can get some bigger ones for the machine. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna just buff some spots out just so I can put the trim on, and then get a day full day I can just devote to buffing. I'll do the whole car bumper to bumper except for the hood. Well, I might do the hood too. You know, eventually I'm going to strip it and paint it, but you know, I just don't want to have to deal with wax and stuff. I've never waxed anything on the car, you know, as far as the paint goes, since I painted it. But it might not hurt. Anyway, I'm going to put the antenna on. Those spots I buffed, I used this with the Corks compound. I actually like these wool bonnets. I'm used to using them, I guess. You know, I've used them for 40 years, so I just like them. But anyway, I use this one for the finish, and these actually, you know, I mean, they give a nice finish. They're actually probably a little better than the wool ones, so I'll probably use the foam for all the finish buffing and that for all the coarse buffing. But I did buff and put these 352 emblems on, and the antenna. I don't think this is the correct antenna. I think it's a Fairlane antenna. The Fairlane sits at a little different angle, but you can see how it is there. And I got the 352 emblem on there too. They look really, really nice. And that looks nice, but I'm going to hunt around and see if I can find the correct Galaxie antenna. But the radio plays all kinds of stations now with an antenna, not just one or two strong ones. But there we are. Going up to get the front end alignment. Yeah, the other directions. Plan on that going south. Now you can see why I didn't put the hubcaps on. How is the old girl?
The caster camper is within spec hour.
Awesome, so I did pretty good then.
Well, yeah.
With my home backyard 2-car garage alignment. I've been vaccinated, Doug, totally, so if you want me to put a mask on, I will. This is where I'm at for the alignment. That intersection light right there is the corner of 31 Mile Road and Van Dyke. So yeah, this is where we're getting the front end alignment done. Well, you heard it. The guy at the at Doug's at Nightingale's, where I had the alignment done, stated that the alignment was all within specs, and he showed me, yeah, it was almost spot on. It wasn't worth the effort to go and change anything, so I told him just leave it alone. So I guess I did a pretty good job of measuring and getting the control arms back where they were and everything. And you know, because it had an alignment just before it was parked, it had outer or inner tie rod ends replaced in an alignment at Sears just before it was parked. The little card was on that side thing in the dash if you go back and look at my past videos. So anyway, we'll look in the trunk here and you'll notice there is no more hubcaps or debris or junk in there. And yeah, the trees are losing stuff big time, and the hubcaps are on the car. It looks super nice. Yeah, this is why I didn't like perfect top down day, but look at this. This has been sitting here 10 minutes maybe. It's from that oak tree right there. And I don't have somebody to drive along next to me to video, so I can't really get video of the car driving because, like I said, I don't have someone to do that. But anyway, I'm gonna probably have to take the air hose or something and blow the top off. I'm gonna put the top down. We're gonna go for a short ride. Yeah, like I say, 10 minutes. That's why the top is still up. So let me get something. We'll clean the car off and then I'll put the top down. I'll go for a short run and get some video with the top down. I'll do a complete interior video once I get the boot back from the upholstery people. You know, then I can put the top down, put the boot on, and give you, because the boot came with the interior kit. So that's why I'm gonna wait to do a review on that. And note the clock. Well, take my word for it, if you can see the clock in here, it's keeping perfect time. Yeah, really nice that it keeps time. All right, let me Let me get the car cleaned off so we can go cruising. Oh wow, I guess I need to clean the camera lens too. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to vacuum it out anyway. But we're gonna go for a drive with the top down, and I gotta unlatch the top here. And then we can run it down. It's about 80 degrees, perfect top down weather. I wish I had a boot, but I don't. So anyway, there we go. Let's go for a short ride here. Well, here we are, a little bit more space around. I want a little parking lots at one of the parks in my neighborhood. We'll do a walk around so you can kind of see how it looks. I'm hoping to buff the paint out before Memorial Day, and I can get the Galaxie letters and the 500 emblems on. I've already done 80 miles today, so I'm not going to go much further. I just, you know, kind of over driving everywhere. Like I say, I'm still waiting on the top boot. I'm gonna need to get a hat so I don't burn my bald top of my head when I'm driving with the top down in the sun. That's for sure. But there we go. Alignment's done. Basically buff out the paint and put the lettering back on. You saw I did those. It'll be pretty much all complete. And you know, other than some little things like the armrests, and you know, there's always things you can find to do on one of these cars. They never lack stuff to do, but it's 98% done. I hate buffing paint, so I'll procrastinate on that as long as I can, but I want to get it done, especially so I can get that buffed, and at least I can get the letters on and the emblems. That makes all the difference in the world. White wall tires, hubcaps, and emblems and trim. What a difference. Yeah. Looks really, really good. I'll try and eventually see if I can get somebody to drive along with me. Maybe if my brother comes down or something that's nice out, I'll get him to do some video at why I'm driving it down the road. So there we go. I'm gonna maybe go for a little drive, and maybe I'll video a little of it. I mean, you've ridden in the car with the camera, so you know, you can only do that so many times. But anyway, it's looking good. I think I showed the floor mats, didn't I? I had front and rear floor mats. The company that made did the carpet did these, and I had these embroidered in. Rather like them. Quite nice. All right, let's go for a ride. Probably all you're going to get are these neighborhood streets. Like I say, I've already done about 80 miles today. Get hit with tree seeds and stuff. I just had a maple seed hit me in the ear. I guess that's part of driving a convertible. gotta turn the camera off here. There we go, the car is cruising ready. So now all we need is some cruises to go to, although it's supposed to get really hot like in the 90s. But I'm gonna give the car a quick vacuum, and we're gonna, oh, the paper he had put, I have to get that out. That was the paper he put in the front here when he had the car in the garage in the shop there to do the alignment. He put a paper on the mat, and I threw it on the passenger floor, and it's under the front seat now, so I'll get that out when I vacuum it. But I'm going to give it a quick vacuum, get the tree seats landed in and out while it sat outside, and then I'm going to put the top and windows back up, and if we need to do some cruising tonight or in the next day or two, I'm going to take that. I haven't driven that in a while. I want to get it out and take a ride in it. This, I've been driving it quite a bit. You know, if you look at the last video to the odometer, it's got 77,677 on it now. So yeah, I've been using it. I need to run my errands or do some running around. I just take the Galaxie. It's a fun car to drive. But anyway, that's it for this video. I'm gonna throw this video up, and if you like it, definitely hit the like button. If you want to subscribe to my channel, hit that 348 engine icon. That'll subscribe you. And thank you for watching my videos.